I always wanted to start a show of my own. In college, I had this radio show where I discussed these controversial topics on campus. Everyone complained about these things, but no one wanted to do anything about it. Throughout the years, I had planned to start some shows with a couple friends, but it never panned out. But I always had this thought in my mind that I wanted to get back and do this. In college, I studied journalism and I took a lot of English classes. I wrote my own stories, I did my own research, I reported, I filmed everything myself. I didn't have a camera person, and I also learned to edit everything on my own. I learned to do voiceovers, I got into the production side, I did some researching and writing for shows, and I even did some floor direction. I found myself in New York interning for a major talk show. So I graduated with a journalism degree and I had a focus in broadcast journalism. I had worked at a government access station. I also got a job at a CBS affiliate news station. Although I liked my career and I found it exciting, I wasn't getting paid enough to even pay for my basic necessities. I didn't know how long I'd be able to sustain this. It just seemed ludicrous that I would have to find another job to supplement my main job. After speaking to the TV anchors at the news station, we calculated how many years it would take for me to actually make some decent money, either going into the news side of everything or either going into the production side. I couldn't fathom that I graduated from college and basically I would have to scrape up enough money each week just to come up with transportation costs, food, housing. This was crazy. So a friend of mine who was working at the same CBS affiliate station, she ended up getting a job in advertising. And then she told me that they were gonna hire some people. So within a couple months, I found myself working at that advertising agency as well. I was making a better salary. I actually had health benefits. But within a couple months, I realized that this job did not come without strings attached. Instead of it being a 9 to 5 position, it actually ended up being an 8:30 a.m. to an 8:30 p.m. position. So after I started doing the math, I was making less money because I wasn't getting any overtime, but I was expected to work a 12-hour day. So this friend of mine who got me the job in advertising, she started to feel very overworked and underpaid. And I had the same feeling. We discussed our feelings with her aunt, and her aunt worked at a school district. We told her that we were stressed, we didn't have a very good work-life balance. She sold us on going into education. She told us about the summers off, the shortened days, and we were thinking, sounds like something better than what we're doing now. I had the pension, I had the time off, the benefits. Those are the things that kept me in that job. Those were the things that no other job I had in the past had offered me. So the whole time I was in education, I was researching for a way out. I went back to school to get my master's degree. As much as I would climb that salary step ladder and the more money I made, the more I felt like I couldn't get out of that situation. Over the years, I was conditioned and I accepted that this kind of work environment was the norm. I reached a breaking point. What good is the money when you don't even enjoy what you're doing in life? I just told myself, I'm not gonna take this anymore. I felt like I had drifted so far away from my true calling. I was just a shell of myself. I was financially comfortable, but I was unhappy in other aspects. There was that nagging, pulling inside of me where I wanted to do something else. But there was also that fear. Back in the days when I was doing journalism, I had to decide whether I was going to eat or get gas for that day. And I remember one time when I was in New York, I only had $50 to last me for 2 weeks. I remember losing sleep over when I was going to get paid, if I would have enough money. If I would have stayed in journalism, is it possible I would have made it to be an anchor at a major news station? Should I have stayed at a job where I truly liked it, but I couldn't afford it? Do I feel bad about my decisions? Was working in education a waste of my time?